Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Well, this is the first of my little weekend talks here in the States. I'm continuing to get settled in. I've been here 2 full days so far. It's been really productive. Like I said, hit the ground running. They've gotten a lot of stuff done. We'll have high-speed internet on Monday. I can't wait for that. That's going to be great. I can start doing lives again, and yeah, it just opens a whole lot of possibilities. And I got my fruit stash built up again. I'm slowly, getting a few things, learning a few things. Had a buddy telling me last night that the cantaloupe have been really good. So I'm gonna, when my mother, she had to go out and do a few things. So when she gets back, I'm going to go down and get some cantaloupe and do a few other errands. But anyhow, just wanted to talk about leaving things behind, the evolution kind of after this move. I do videos every day. Most of the time they're on the raw vegan lifestyle, the plant-based lifestyle in general, a little bit of fitness and a little bit of my meditation practice from time to time. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button now. Click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Yeah, it's been a good 2 days. Off to a good start. It was really important to me to kind of keep things going and not like get here and just like settle in and kind of get lazy for a while. The energy is definitely going to be changing. I'm already starting to feel it, and I talked about it before I left about dropping into kind of a different sort of energy. When I talk about leaving things behind. And let me preface by saying it's not like I had any deep emotional stuff going on, or like I was letting myself get caught up in things down there. But even more so, it's just like I'm tightening my mind up, tightening my game up in my mind, and I left a lot of things behind down there. Is little things that are, like I said, that were time wasting and pretty much just not putting any attention into thoughts or anything that just doesn't serve me. I don't have time to fool around with inconsequential stuff. Especially when it comes to this food world and sitting around and arguing over every point, or like really even focusing on these little micro details of how you eat. I mean, it's like, people are missing, I think a lot of times people are missing the forest for the trees. So I did sort of a cleansing of energy before I left. Some of those last times I sat in meditation, I just kind of almost, felt like letting everything go. And because I did a lot of downsizing again, I gave away a lot of stuff, threw away a lot of stuff before this move. And like I say, I walked out with 2 bags, my backpack for my computer, and a yoga mat. And one of those bags had a Vitamix and an Omega juicer in there. So I travel pretty light. I let go of things that aren't necessary, and I just started letting go of of a lot of the energies that aren't necessary. In any focus on anything that doesn't serve me. And it's like I say, a lot of it is for just for clearing up space in the head, but I have a lot I need to do, and I need to really be focused, which I can already, I can see, like, it's almost like I'm gonna have to split my energy too, because like when I settle into something like this, and when I talk about I don't waste time and I don't pay any attention to anything that I'm not interested in or that doesn't serve me, it can kind of come off as a little bit indifferent, a little bit cold, a little bit, self-involved or whatever. But it's just like, I've blocked things out that I don't have any interest in, and I quite frankly deem a waste of time for myself. It's just really about, like I say, it's focus. I'm in a very focused place with a lot of different things that I want to have happen I would like to see happen in this next 6 months or year or so. I'm just kind of going into a zone of just being really like, focused. I know what I want. I'm going to go out and get it now. But I'm going to have to kind of like I've talked about in another video, split that energy, because there's this one energy that's ready to, make it rain, make some money, get some cash to be able to go back and do what I want to, or not go back and do what I want to. Like I say, the whole Costa Rica thing, I love Costa Rica. I will be back there at some point. I probably will be back there to live, but you never know. I was talking to somebody about Jamaica the other day. So, there's Jamaica, there's Europe, there's a lot of places I've been to that I want to get back to. But for me, it's all about right now, like I say, just maintaining that focus and going straight ahead. But I have to split those energies, I feel, in a certain way, because there's this channel and there's this energy, which is like me, reaching out to people and trying to offer help as much as possible when it comes to a plant-based lifestyle and, just living a healthier, happier, more balanced life. And I don't want to necessarily project that, hardcore buzzing, money-making energy when I'm doing that. So it's kind of like I'm going to kind of try to split myself and keep those things separate. When I'm on here, I'm going to try to tamper down a little bit on that, because that money, when I get into that money thing and when I get into that hustle and that grind, I'm not like a bad person. I don't do anything unethical. I don't do anything, I feel guilty or ashamed about. It's just a different energy, and it's a much more aggressive energy, and I'm like popping when I'm doing that. So I kind of want to just kind of tamper that down and I can feed that energy in other ways. And then, just I'm actually going to probably end up doing another channel on YouTube about that part of things. But yeah, it's just like I say, I left behind a lot of stuff. It's just, as I got rid of that physical stuff and lightened up, and that wasn't, I should mention, here's a good analogy of it. It wasn't like I'm somebody that hoards or has a whole lot of stuff anyway. It was just even tightening, which is a little bit tougher sometimes, because when you don't have a lot of stuff, then you're really honing and you're like, okay, do I really need this? I mean, obviously I don't need a candle, but there were things that, this time I got down to like really evaluating, like, okay, how much do I need this? Have I used this? Have I used this in the last 6 months? Have I used this in the last year? Really, how important is it if I didn't have it around? That's the same process that I used with, different things that I let go emotionally, mentally, whatever. It wasn't like I had a whole lot of baggage, I'm always happy. I run at I'm pretty light in life, but yeah, it was just even tightening up a little more and just letting go of certain things, and just like little distractions and little things that just, kept me from focusing full steam ahead. So yeah, I'll try to, I'm still going to be the same person. I'm not trying to say I'm changing into another person, although there will be different, what you see here is not always what you're going to be seeing. Tomorrow I go to the salon. I'll get cleaned up a little bit. I'm going shopping. I got to buy some clothes. So I'll be a little bit more polished, but I'll still be Jack. I'll still be a little bit crazy. You can't get rid of the crazy up inside of here, but, yeah, it was time. It was time to shake things up a little bit. And like I say, I just got to keep beating this point home, because good Lord, messages just keep rolling in like I've been exiled from Costa Rica, like I'm going to be living a miserable life now. Boo-hoo-hoo, you're going to not get your tropical fruit. Damn, some of the people out there are actually depressing me. Like I'm just kind of fluffing over a lot of stuff, because I'm real excited about another chapter in life. I'm excited about like the unknown, about different possibilities and things out there. So one more time, do not feel sorry for me because I left Costa Rica and like I'm living in some miserable situation. Life is good. Life is always going to be good wherever I go, because wherever you go, there you are. You take your energy with you. You take your happiness with you, no matter where you are. Now, don't get me wrong, and like I say, I keep mentioning this. Eventually, somebody will have to make the comment, stop complaining. You said you weren't going to complain, because eventually I will miss that. I will miss some of the tropical fruit, and I'll get a little bit cranky, and I'll probably bitch and moan a little bit. But I'll catch myself real quickly, because life is good. Life is good. And that's part of the energy that I always do try to carry with me and expand on, is life is good. I like the simple things. I eat every day. I've got a roof over my head. I'm comfortable. It's not even just I have just a basic roof. I'm comfortable. I got a nice bed to sleep in, It's hot as hell here. We've got air conditioning. I'm not like hot all the time. So I'm grateful for everything I've got. And I mean, it's not, it's going to be nice being here. I'm not going to be staying in Alabama 24/7. This is kind of the base of operations, but I'm going to be out and about a lot. Like I said, going to Pensacola tomorrow, got a bunch of things to do, going to the little vegan restaurant to meet the lady that owns the place, see some possibilities and some things we might do there. I'm going to get the lay of the land and start checking out some thrift shops and seeing what I can buy around the Pensacola area. And yeah, just kind of have a nice day. Go to my little store, stock up on some of my supplies, and just enjoy it down there. There's a different energy being here, knowing that I'm not kind of like rushing around. That I'm not going to be leaving in 2 weeks. It'll probably make me a little bit more relaxed going to Pensacola tomorrow. I'll spend more time there. Scouting out some Airbnbs so I can spend some, multiple days down there, not have to drive back and forth. Trying to get some picturesque places lined up and some locations lined up where I can do these videos. I would have done probably outside this morning, but it's so hot here right now. The neighbors, like, you can hear the whir of their air conditioning when you're outside, so there's going to be a lot of noise. I'm gonna have to do some scouting around to get some nice backgrounds because I've got a lot to live up to after that beautiful backdrop I've had for the last year in Costa Rica. But hopefully we're gonna get down to the Gulf Coast, and then I'll have some pretty stuff to shoot. And but yeah, I'm really excited about this new phase. I'm already feeling that new energy. Oh my God, today will be the third day back in the gym, and I'm just literally like buzzing, as my body kind of wakes up. And I'm moving around, moving my body, walking more. So, anyhow, it's all going to be good here, and just keep moving forward, and lots and lots of good things to come. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you again tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace.